Welcome to our episode where we talk about the facts and we tell you whether we're buying it or we're selling it. And give them what the questions
Quick
are.
question. Are the last 2 weeks a great time to work in the real estate and mortgage industry? Are you buying that or selling that?
I am buying it. If you have your blinders on, your focus on your business, now is the best time to get your stuff together. You get your checklist and you start doing your work. You don't
Most people
stop.
are going to sell that fact, and I'll tell you why. A lot of people want to hang out with the holidays. Christmas, New Year's is on Monday, so a lot of people are going to be taking Monday and Tuesday off for the last 2 weeks. But let me tell you this, I'm selling that fact. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Right now, with the rates low, right now there's a little bit of momentum in our industry in terms of refinancing. A lot of people need help. A lot of people are using that credit card. Evans, it's burning, Evans. I smell it over here, man. I'm seeing some declines on the credit cards. I'm seeing people overpaying. And really, at the end of the day, listen, it's always a great time to work. We can make excuses, but the last 2 weeks are going to be amazing in our industry. You want to know why? More people aren't going to be working, and the market conditions are more favorable.
It's less competition. So basically, if you're doing your work, basically you will reap the benefits. What's your next question?
Next question is: will Texas be the hottest place to purchase a home next year?
Now, are you saying that because the Cowboys are in Texas? Is that why you're
I'm
bringing
just
that up?
saying, will the state of Texas be the number one destination for home purchases in 2024?
Well, that depends on who wins the Super Bowl. So I'm going to say I'm selling that fact.
Okay, I'm selling that fact also. I think Texas is going to have a lot of people going in there, but I think there's going to be some other areas, better priced homes. Even though Texas is growing, I'm going to be selling that fact that Texas will not be number one. Evans, another question. Will real estate be a net positive next year or a net negative to the overall economy?
It's going to be a positive. So I'm buying that fact.
Okay. I'm going to buy that fact too. I think real estate's the engine of the economy, and I think we're going to see a lot of appreciation in home prices next year.
I think a lot of people getting educated on the real estate right now. The people who you wouldn't suspect are being educated in that are they're starting to learn. They're bringing their families involved in this, so they are seeing the value of real estate. So yeah, I'm buying that.
Okay, how about this? Very local to our economy in New York, Nassau or Suffolk? Are you buying the fact that more people are buying in Suffolk than Nassau?
Ooh, that is a good one. If you asked me that question a few months ago, I would say I'm buying it, but I'm gonna say I'm selling that fact. I'm seeing a slight decline in Suffolk County right now, so I think people are moving
Really?
back to Suffolk.
Evans, I'm buying that fact. There's more land, there's more opportunity, the prices are lower. Really, at the end of the
Yes,
day, I'm buying the fact that Suffolk County will have a higher appreciation than Nassau next year.
I'm also seeing
Big time.
a lot of my clients are they bought in Suffolk and they're also realizing they can't do the commute anymore, so that's why they're selling. So, well, agree to disagree on this one.
Okay. Another local question. Are you buying the fact that Brooklyn will slow down in 2024?
Yes, I'm buying the fact. We're
Why?
already seeing that. It's just Brooklyn basically. I'm from Brooklyn, so no hate mail to me. Um, it's just Brooklyn. It just got so expensive for people to live, and people are looking at the value that they're getting in Brooklyn versus other other boroughs, and they're like, oh, it's just not matching for what they're paying. So I don't see people lingering there for too long. I mean,
Yeah,
I see people
I'm buying that
migrating.
also. I agree with what you're saying. I think a lot of people are trying to multi-purpose some opportunities in Brooklyn, meaning if it's a two-family, they want to convert it to a four or a six. But I'm buying the fact I think Brooklyn's prices are a little too high. I think there's better opportunities other places. Now, I'm not saying Brooklyn's not a good opportunity still to purchase or sell, but I'm just saying I think the flames behind it, are a little bit cooled. So I think there's better opportunities.
All right,
All
what
right.
else you got?
All right. I got a great question.
Okay.
Upstate New York, will that be a hot market next year? Are you buying that or are you selling that?
I'm buying that. For the same reasons that we just talked about for Brooklyn, a lot of people are going upstate. They're buying stuff. They're doing Airbnbs. We obviously check your local areas to see if you can do that. And they're doing all kinds of stuff. They're buying it as investments, and they're doing all kinds of stuff upstate that they can't do down here, downstate. So I'm
Yeah,
buying that one.
I'm buying that 100%. I think the price point, I think we all have to understand where it is. You have to make about $200,000 to purchase something in New York. I think upstate New York, we know the five boroughs, anything that's not the five boroughs, we consider upstate New York. I think there's better opportunities, there's lower prices. And I think a lot of the people are going to travel a little bit more in distance to get a lower payment on some of their stuff. So I'm buying that fact
And
100%.
the other thing is you can own a piece of property in New York, but still be in New York. So that's another reason why people are considering buying upstate.
We got
What else we got?
one last question.
All right.
Super, super local. Queens, Long Island. What's your outlook for there? Is the prices going to decline or increase?
I'm going to say it's going to increase. If the rates are coming down, then the price are going to go up. So I'm telling my clients they got to move quickly if they're going to do something, whether buying or selling.
I'm going to sell that fact. I think last quarter we saw the fact that Queens is depreciating already. I think a lot of people are looking at some better opportunities outside of Queens. I'm a Queens guy. I love Queens. 75% of my business is Queens. But really, at the end of the day, I think a lot of people are seeing value moving to Suffolk, upstate, out of state. So what we're seeing is I think we're seeing a natural migration out of Queens. Now, I'm not saying there's not going to be as many sales. Of course, there's going to be sales there, but I think Queens is going to be a net seller in regards to value of homes next year.
I agree with the majority of what you said, but I also see families, they want to stick together, they want to stay together. So they're naturally migrating to Queens. And that's pretty much it. There's more opportunity basically in the city as opposed to leaving New York altogether. So they're staying in Queens. So I see it's a lack of inventory. So people, they got to do what they got to do in order to stay.
All right, and then last question. It's a team question, personal one for you.
Mhm.
Shot at the bow. Will Team NWA do better next year in 2024 than this year? Are you
That
buying that or are you selling that?
I am buying that 100%. We have every single member of the team out on appointments. I'm shooting videos right now, and then after I'm done here, I'm on an appointment. So it starts now. If you want to make a change, whatever it is, you got to start now in order to make that change. So we're doing that now. So yes.
Awesome. All right.
Well, I got a question for you. Since you asked me that
Sure.
question, Team Gionis, the Lone Star team, what's their outcome? You think they're going to be pushing beyond whatever the limits they thought they had, and they're going to hit their goals and surpass their
Evans,
goals?
I am buying that fact 100%. And I'll tell you two reasons why. Okay. Number one, 2023 was actually a down year for our, mortgage industry.
Hmm.
So our estimates based off of what we have to do is lower. Everyone's motivated. We understand the market 100%. We really know what works and what doesn't work. So I'm buying the fact that next year is going to be one of the greatest years we've had in the industry because now we know how to approach it. Now we know what to do. And the sneaky word, refi. There's going to be some refi business next year. We're already seeing it. Last year, we had less than 5% refinance business. We're going to see a huge appreciation in refinance business. We're going to see a lot more sellers because of one reason. Before rates were too high and they felt that they were almost mortgage hostages with their rates at 2, 3, 3.5%. But if we could get those rates in the fives, it makes more sense for them to sell and it makes more sense for them to buy. So I'm not excited about next year. I am ecstatic about next year.
Well,
So I'm buying that 100%.
you forgot reason number three.
Tell me.
If you're involved in a team, you personally are involved in a team. There's no way in hell you're not going to surpass whatever your goals are. So that's reason number three. If you're involved, you're definitely going to make it happen.
Yeah, and listen, everyone on my team knows what they need to do. They've been in the business a while, they're focused, and I haven't been this excited in the mortgage industry since the past 2 years, my friend.
All right, I'm going to ask you a personal question. Are
Sure.
you more excited about what's going to happen for next year for your team, or are you more excited about the playoffs with the Cowboys in it? Which one are you more excited for?
I am selling the playoffs in the Super Bowl. The Cowboys are not going to win at all. I'm super excited about the mortgage industry. I'm super excited about the fact that next year is going to be a net winner. And we got that sneaky word. It's not a handoff. It's not a quarterback sneak. It's a refi. We got refis. So when we get refis, our business gets a lot more healthier, a lot more opportunities.
All right. Well, with that being said, I got nothing else besides wishing
All
everybody
right, we'll
happy
see you on the
holidays.
flip. We'll see you next year. Happy
Yeah.
holidays.
And remember, if you have questions for us for the next episodes, leave them in the comments. We do read the comments, obviously, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. With that being said, happy holidays.
All right, that was great.